You're looking into getting a flash trigger from Godox, one of the latest generation triggers. I have been using them for a while now, so I decided to put together a little video to help you choose and see which one is best for you. Let's dive into it. Okay, so it is pretty straightforward that these two triggers are not the same, okay? This is more of a baby little trigger, like I would call it a nano trigger, and this is a full-size, full-on professional trigger. Why is this a pro trigger? Well, there are many reasons and we're going to talk about them right now, but I want to first, let's just turn it on here and see what happens. Sorry if you see a lot of reflections, but these things are very reflective. Now, I could go on talking about these two, but they're like, this is definitely just, it goes into, it's just another league. It's not the same. It's not the same category. For example, this one here, you have the little beam. This one doesn't have it. So if you're going to be shooting flash in TTL mode, for example, at a reception in the evening or whatever, there's not a lot of light. It is important to have that. Other things are the fact that on this one, you only have 3 flashes visible at the same time. You can, of course, add more if you go down here and you can, select your groups and add more groups. But the thing is, you will have to go up and down to see those groups. Where in this one, you have up to 4 flashes at the same time at once. So that makes a big difference to me, being able to see 4 different groups of flashes, because I normally shoot between 3 to 4, sometimes even 5 flashes at once, and I like to have a control over those flashes right away. Now, if I was to introduce this guy here, that's like scratched up and pretty beaten up. I've been using this for pretty much all my shoots. So I'm going to put this guy to the side here because I feel like, this is very pretty, but because it's tiny, it's cute and all that. And if you're using a small camera, it's good to have this on it. It looks nice. But other than that, honestly, I find it to be okay, but I prefer to use the bigger screen. You have more options, and I'm going to talk to you about these functions. So this is going to go to the side. Before I do that though, this is the case it came in with, you see, and you have the shape of it, so you can just put it like so inside. I didn't turn it off, but it's okay. You close it, and you can put it like this. It looks neat, you see, it sits at an angle. It is well protected. The little part here is well protected. So that's something I like, that they included that in this flash, wherein the XPro, strangely enough, came in with the regular Godox little case that I also received with my IT30 Pro. See, so there's literally no protection. You put it in here. You just have to be careful not to break any of these parts. They're a little bit more fragile when you put it in your shooting bag. Now, this thing, as you can see, shows you 5 groups at once. This one only displays 4. So yeah, you can add more. As I said, you go here and you can add as many as you want with groups and then letters. It is color coded, so there's that's actually pretty cool. That's something I appreciate that Godox did. That makes things a little bit easier to read. But right here, you see, I just select the group I want to go into. I change because I'm in TTL mode now. But if I want to change to manual, I'll just press here and I can turn it on and off. Change TTL, manual, just change like so. And it's pretty straightforward, especially when you're using this for a shoot. You don't have time to fiddle around with the touch screen. It is good to have this. Now, this one, how does it work? You have several ways that you can change the power of a flash. You can either go here and then press on plus or minus, which is good for micro adjustment, a third of a stop. Or you can just put your finger on it like so, and then you can move around the screen wherever you want, and you can still see what you're doing. This is also very practical. Another way is you can press on this guy, select the flash that you want, press again, and you can just, change like so, the good old way. I really appreciate Godox for doing this. Thank you. Thank you. Having just a touch screen is okay, but I like to have the good old dial, which by the way is right here. It's a nice little highlight to show that it's the Pro version compared to the smaller one. And that's how you change. Or you can just go into the flash and you can do it like so here in the bigger version. Just just change your flash power. You can turn it on and off like so, change your mode. By the way, this trigger here had the TTL to conversion to manual mode right here, which basically means that if you're shooting with a flash in TTL mode, you have your set of flashes. And what you can do is you can tell the trigger, okay, give me the reading of whatever settings, power settings were used for this in TTL mode and convert it to manual. So I'm going to do it now because I have no flashes connected, but that's what it's going to do. It's going to give you what power it used in TTL mode. And it's going to show you all of them at once. Where in here, to do that, you have to go in your flash, and when you're in TTL mode, you take your test shot and then you press here to go in manual. And it's going to give you the reading that it used, or the power that it used for that shot. Thing is, you have to do that for every single one of them, which is a bit of an annoyance or a pain, to be honest. Here, you can just do it at once. You press this button, you're done. Other than that, there's a button on the side here that you can use to test. For example, if you're using a light meter and you want to check the power, you can use this to fire the flashes. And this is to turn it on and off and to go to the menu. The menu can also be accessed from the top here. Menu is pretty straightforward. You have the Bluetooth. If you enable the Bluetooth, you can connect to your phone and to the app, the Godox app, that allows you, for example, to save presets of specific sets that you have with, powers, flash powers, so that another time you can go back and just tell your flashes, here's what I need, and boom, it just shoots it out. And you have the same power that you had for a previous shoot. And you have different settings, basically, auto turn off, the trigger distance, the steps that you want to use, TCM mode, etc., etc. You have a bunch of different options, menu options right here. So that is how it works. It is pretty straightforward, nothing too complicated. It allows you to do everything this guy allowed me to do, but now it is a touch screen. Am I a big fan of the touch screen? I don't know. To be honest, I'm not, it's taking a little bit of getting used to it. If you come into the photography world nowadays and you need a good trigger, I would say this is a good choice. It does everything that it needs to do. It does it well. I think the way they implemented the touchscreen is actually very good. I was a little bit skeptical because, touchscreen is always a little bit tricky. When I go here, I know that I can just press buttons and know when I'm in, TTL and manual, change my power immediately, check the power from TTL to manual. Everything gets done around here. You see, we're in this thing. You have to go into menus. Now there's cool things such as, for example, here you can choose your zoom. You see you have the list here, so you can just change quickly. You can change here. For example, if you want a percentage for your modeling light, you can do that by doing this here, which is very convenient and easy, or proportional. So there you go. This is the Pro trigger from Godox. Which trigger did you choose, or are you going to choose? I'm curious. Let me know in the comment section below. I always like to have a feedback from you. And until my next video, take care. Don't forget to subscribe, and I see you very, very soon. Cheers.